How often do we hit the snooze button, telling ourselves, just 5 more minutes? Not for sleep, but for the escape. We're living in a world that constantly whispers, or rather, shouts at us. You need more. Work harder. Get bigger. Be busier. And we listen. We chase that promotion, that bigger house, the latest gadget. We sacrifice our evenings, our weekends, sometimes even our health, all for this one singular goal: more. But here's the unsettling question, and I want you to truly listen to this. What if the very thing you're running toward is the thing you already possess? What if enough isn't a destination on a map, but a decision you get to make right now? We often confuse being busy with being meaningful, and we confuse having more with being more. This story is for anyone who's ever felt the sting of that confusion. It's about a highly successful man who traveled thousands of miles to teach a simple fisherman a lesson, only to realize he was the one who needed to learn. Listen closely, because this could redefine your entire relationship with money, work, and happiness. Meet Alex. Alex was the embodiment of the dream, or at least, the modern corporate version of it. He was a high-powered CEO in Metropolis Tower, New Haven. Sharp suits, corner office overlooking the Grand River, a meticulously planned calendar, and a 7-figure salary. He was a master of the hustle. For Alex, time wasn't something to enjoy. It was a commodity to be traded, a resource to be optimized. If he wasn't closing a deal, he was wasting time. If he wasn't climbing, he was falling. His personal motto was, "You can rest when you're dead." Quite intense, right? Alex had a beautiful, intelligent wife, Maria, and a little girl, Sophie, who drew pictures of him sitting at his desk, because that was where she saw him the most. Maria tried. She'd planned family dinners, but Alex would always have to take a call or just finish this one email. He used to tell Maria, "Look, honey, I'm doing all of this for us. Once I hit this next milestone, once I close this final acquisition, then I'll slow down. Then we'll take that trip. Then I'll be home early." But the problem with milestones is that they're just stepping stones. As soon as Alex hit one, his mind immediately manufactured the next, bigger one. The then moment never arrived. His life was a constant state of becoming successful, never a state of being successful. He was chasing an infinite finish line. One summer, burnt out but unable to admit it, Alex took a mandatory sabbatical, which really meant moving his laptop from his New Haven office to a luxury rental house on a quiet coast near Port Almeria. He went there to plan his next big move, not to relax. He was looking for clarity, but all he brought was his relentless schedule. One morning, before the sun got too hot, Alex, in his $500 athletic gear, went for a planned power walk along the beach. That's when he saw the fisherman. His name was Miguel. Miguel was docking his small, colorful boat. He had a modest catch, enough fish to feed his family and sell a little to the local market. Miguel looked relaxed. He was laughing with his 3 young sons who helped him unload the baskets. Alex, ever the efficiency expert, was instantly annoyed. He walked over, clearing his throat. "Excuse me," Alex said, projecting his corporate voice. "That's a decent catch. How long did it take you to get those?" Miguel smiled, a genuine, unhurried smile. "Not long, senor. Just a few hours, early this morning." "And why didn't you stay out longer?" Alex pressed. "If you stayed out a few more hours, you could double that catch, easy." Miguel shrugged, leaning against his boat. "But what would I do with the extra fish, senor?" Alex scoffed, thinking, this man needs a business consultant. Well, you'd sell them. You'd make more money. If you made more money, you could eventually buy a second boat, maybe a bigger one, hire a crew. Miguel nodded slowly, genuinely intrigued. And then, senor? And then? Then you could start a fleet. You could control the entire fishing market here. You could move your operations to the city of Novaport, hire managers, and avoid the hard work altogether. In 15 or 20 years, Alex said, finally reaching his grand conclusion, you could sell the whole company for millions. You'd be rich. Miguel listened, his kind eyes fixed on Alex. And after all that, senor, what would I do then? Alex leaned back, proud of his logical brilliance. Why, then, you could finally retire. You could move to a quiet house by the beach, wake up late, fish a little, play with your grandchildren, spend time with your family, and enjoy life without stress. A long, heavy silence settled over the beach. The sound of the waves breaking was the only interruption. Miguel gently pushed his boat off the sand. He looked at Alex, the tired CEO, then back at his laughing sons. Senor, Miguel said softly, that is exactly what I am doing right now. That moment hit Alex harder than any failed takeover bid ever could. He stood there, watching Miguel walk away with his family, realizing the terrible, beautiful mistake he had made. He, the multi-millionaire, had spent 20 years of his life, 20 years of missing his daughter's life, developing an elaborate, stressful, soul-crushing plan to eventually earn the exact same life the fisherman already had. He was pursuing the means so aggressively, he was destroying the end. We all do this, don't we? We create these elaborate ladders to climb, convinced that happiness is waiting for us at the very top. But often, the simple, genuine, peaceful happiness we crave is right at the bottom, waiting for us to choose it. It's in the quiet moment, the unhurried dinner, the morning without checking your phone. The fisherman's lesson is not that you shouldn't work hard or pursue success. It's that you should always check the why. Is the chase aligned with the goal? Or are you just chasing for the sake of the chase? Letting the pursuit itself steal the very richness you're fighting for. Alex didn't quit his job that day, but he changed. He changed his schedule. He redefined his success. He started seeing enough, not as a limit, but as a power. The power to say no to the next big thing, so he could say yes to the current small, beautiful thing. Your treasury is open right now. Don't spend decades acquiring the key to a door that's already unlocked. This is your daily glimpse. The time for true richness is not later, it is now. What are you chasing today that you actually already have? What enough are you ignoring? Let us know in the comments below. Take a moment, stop the scroll, and commit to finding the richness in your now. If this story helped shift your perspective, give us a like, share this with one friend who needs to hear it, and subscribe to the Daily Glimpse for more life-changing insights delivered weekly.